Hi guys, today I'm going to be talking about my experience going to Teen Top's High Kick concert in Toronto, Canada on March 30th, 2014. And I apologize if I stutter a lot, but it's actually really awkward to talk in front of a camera by myself, but I'll do my best. So for those of you who don't know what Crowdpop is, it's basically a website where fans can vote for artists to go to their city and perform. And Crowdpop will basically try to organize and arrange everything with the company. And whenever a group has been crowdpopped, that means they agree to go to the city for a concert. And then there will be a campaign, and there has to be a certain amount of people who buy the tickets to reach a goal before a specific date, or else the concert will not happen. You'll get a refund if the goal is not met. So initially, Toronto never met the goal by a deadline for the Toronto campaign, but I guess Crowdpop, they changed the date and the venue to a cheaper place called The Government, which is basically just a club. And it wasn't like a really big venue, but at least Teen Top still came, right? So it was still okay. And I got the Super Angel VIP ticket, which was around 285 Canadian dollars, which included a fan sign, a high touch event, and early access to the concert venue. On the day of the concert, I actually got there pretty late because I didn't expect the car ride to the Government would be that long, but I guess I lived pretty far away. We were supposed to be separated into a different line just for Super Angel VIPs at around 2 p.m. So at 1:45, I think, all of a sudden I just started hearing a lot of noises, and I just saw a bunch of people that were lining up behind the staff. But not even lining up, they were just all crowding, it was just a big crowd. They were just coming towards the back of the line, and I was wondering what was going on, and the staff was just shouting, "Oh, Super Angel VIPs, join this line," and stuff, because we were supposed to go to the fan sign, which started at I think 4:30. There was no line though, nobody was in single file, so it was just completely chaotic. Later on, the Crowdpop staff found out that was not supposed to happen, so a lot of people who got there in the morning, probably around 8 or 9, they were moved back way to the end of the line, and they were arguing with the staff about it. They're like, "We got here a lot earlier than everyone else, but we ended up in the back." It was just completely chaotic, and the staff was just like, "There's nothing we can do. We can't put you in the front of the line again and let you butt out these people and stuff." So yeah, the entire event was just really disorganized. I guess Crowdpop kind of lacked experience, and they didn't expect fans to be this aggressive. Also, the venue was really dirty before the concert even started because there were no garbage cans or anything. So all the people who were there since the morning, they just left their garbage there. One of the only good things that happened after the whole line mess was that I ended up closer to the middle of the line, and I met a bunch of people, which was pretty nice. And we waited there for another around 2.5 hours before we were led into the venue for the fan sign. And that day was actually really, really, really cold. And we were all really tired from standing for so long, and we were going through security, and we had to throw out our water bottles. So we were, of course, extremely thirsty and tired and everything, but at least we got to see Teen Top. And we were led into the coat check area. I didn't want to leave my jacket so I could hide my phone and my camera in my pockets. So I was just standing there waiting for my friends, and the staff was just like, "Oh, hurry up." They were just trying to rush us because we were falling really far behind because I guess we took too long. So I was like, "Okay, I'll go first." And I walked up the stairs, and I entered this room, and the staff was just like, "Just come on in and pass this maze. Teen Top is right there." And the entire time, it felt like it was really unreal. I was so confused. I was like, "Is this actually happening, or is this just a dream? Am I actually gonna see Teen Top?" As I was walking closer to the fan sign area, I felt my heart racing. I was so nervous, and I was so confused. I didn't know if it was actually happening because I was like, "It's Teen Top. Am I actually gonna see them? Are they real?" I was so nervous and confused. I didn't know what to do. And even thinking about it now, concert happened a month ago almost, and I still get goosebumps because that feeling, it's really hard to describe. It's this really nervous and excited kind of feeling. But yeah, so I passed the maze, and I turned, and I saw Teen Top right there. I was completely shocked. I remember when I first saw them, I was like, "Why are their heads so big?" Because I'm so used to seeing them through a computer screen or something, and their heads are a lot smaller. So I was so used to seeing them as tiny little things on my screen. And I was around 2 meters away from the fan sign table. I was just like, I'm pretty sure I had a really stupid expression on my face because I was so shocked to see them. And I remember Ricky and Changjo, they were the first two in the order. It was Ricky then Changjo, and they looked at me, and Changjo, I remember he gave me this look. He was like, why is this girl just standing there, look, and then like glanced away, because I'm pretty sure they were wondering why fans took forever to get there, because we took so long in the coat check area. And I made some eye contact with Ricky, and he was really shy though. He just quickly looked away, and I was like, that's right, I need to go, like I can't just stand here and stare at them. So I walked up to them, and Ricky looked up at me again for a second time. We made eye contact again, but he quickly looked back down because I guess he was really shy and stuff. So like, and then Changjo signed my poster next, and I was just looking at him. I was just like, Changjo, he's my bias. So like I didn't know what to say. I was just standing there. I was just like, I actually talked to myself, and I was like, is this actually happening? And I'm pretty sure they rather didn't understand what I was saying, or they thought I was just like mumbling to myself. Like they probably thought I was some kind of crazy fan. And I didn't get to prepare a gift for any of them, because the email that was sent to like all the fans by Crowdpop the day before the concert, I think it said like, no gift giving. So I didn't know we were allowed to, because they accepted all of the gifts from Toronto fans. I didn't prepare a gift. Like that was pretty sad. So yeah, and then I was still in a really crazy state. So when Neil was signing my poster, he was just like, hi, thank you, and stuff. I was like, oh, that's right, Neil woke me up from my weird frozen state. So I was like, I'm supposed to talk to him. Yes, that's right. So then I was like, oh, 감사합니다, thank you, 사랑해요. Whatever I thought of at the top of my mind, I just said it out loud. I was just like, I love you guys and everything. And yeah, and then Chunji signed it, and then Cap signed it, and Aljo was the last to sign it, and he said thank you as well. Basically, this fan sign happened really fast, so I had no time to talk to any of them, and Neil and Aljo were the only ones to talk to me. But like the rest of the members just quickly signed it and passed it to the next member. So yeah, but I guess it's understandable, because they probably signed 100 and something posters before mine and saw a bunch of fans, and the concert started at like 7 p.m. and they didn't get to Toronto till 3 a.m. that day, so I'm pretty sure they were still really tired. I remember after Teen Top signed my poster, I was holding on to it, and I still had that really like stupid expression on my face. I was just like, did that actually happen? Was Teen Top less than a meter away from my face? Did they sign this? Did they touch this? Did Aljo and Neil talk to me? I had a bunch of thoughts that were going into my head, and I just blanked out. I just stood there. I was just like while holding on to my poster, like some kind of idiot or something. And yeah, after I went into the area where fans were waiting and where the concert was supposed to take place, I went to the merchandise area, which took forever because there were only like 3 staff members there who were giving you the stuff that you pre-ordered online or that you were going to buy on the spot, and they had to check every single ID before giving you the merchandise, so that took a really long time. But I ordered a light stick, and it's actually really cool. Like, I've been holding on to this the entire time for the video, so every once in a while you probably saw lavender in the corner of the thing, so I apologize for that. But this is the light stick. You press it once and it's like this, and then you press it like another time and then it'll change and stuff. It's really cool. And I like this purple lavenderish pinkish color thing. It's hard to describe, and the lighting makes it look different, but it's actually more pink than that. But yeah, and we waited there for another hour and a half, and my legs were really tired because I was standing there for so long, and I was thirsty because it was really stuffy in the venue, and like we had no water. We had to throw it out during the security checks, so I was just waiting there. I was just like, hurry up, let the concert start. I don't want to wait anymore. Besides the light stick, I also pre-ordered a t-shirt, and this is what it looks like. This is the back, and it has the Teen Top logo on it. And yeah, and unfortunately, a lot of... That was my phone. Okay. Unfortunately, Crowdpop ran out of light sticks really early. They only had light sticks for people who pre-ordered it, so people who were going to buy it on the day of the concert. they ran out, so not that many people had one of these. So after more standing around and waiting, other ticket holders were led into the venue, and it started to get really loud and stuff because there were so many people and everyone was really excited to see Teen Top. They performed for I think almost 2 hours straight with like no break, and of course Teen Top, they did everything like flawlessly. They're so good at dancing and everything, and I was surprised they actually sang everything live. I didn't lip sync or anything, so it was really impressive. For the first 5 minutes of the concert, I was recording with my camera, but then it started to run out batteries, so I still really wanted to take pictures and videos of Teen Top, though we're technically not allowed to, but everyone else had their phones out taking pictures and stuff, and the security didn't do anything about it. Like, the staff didn't really care either, so everyone just continued to record. And so I had my camera out, and it just died. So then I took out my phone and I continued taking pictures, and because I guess I took too many, it said it was running out of storage space, so I was like, oh my god. I still wanted to take more pictures, so then I took out my iPad, and it was really chunky and big, right? So it probably blocked the people behind me by a little bit, but you know, I tried to keep it really low so I wouldn't piss people off too much, and I enjoyed the rest of the night. After the concert ended, it got really chaotic again because all the Super Angel VIPs and the Angel VIPs who were allowed to go to the High Touch event were merged into one line, and there wasn't that much space because the venue was pretty small, so it was really squishy and crowded. And while I was waiting to enter the room where Teen Top was and where I was gonna touch their hands, I made a promise to myself. I said I have to confess to Changjo. When I walked into the room, I saw Teen Top, and they were just casually sitting on the tables in such a cool way. And none of them were standing, I think, besides like maybe Changjo and Neil, because I don't know, maybe some of the members were short. So they didn't want their real heights to be exposed or something, because they're probably a little bit insecure about that. So Cap was first in the order, and you're supposed to high-five him, like just a quick high-five or something, but I don't know why at that moment I had enough courage to hold his hand. I held Cap's hand, like Cap, Bang Minsu, I held his hand, and I couldn't believe it. I was so shocked. I was like, when did I become so brave? Did I just hold his hand? Like, I held his hand probably for a second, and I couldn't tell what his facial expression was because he had sunglasses on. So like after that, I was just in that blank stage again. I had my hand out, and they all had their hands out too. I held Cap's hand, and then I was just like, what's going on? And then I felt hand, and then I felt another hand, and then I got to Ricky, and Ricky, we made eye contact again, and this time it was like I was smiling, right, because I was so happy to see them, and although I looked a little bit stupid, but I was still smiling at least, which was sort of good. I looked at Ricky, and he smiled, and he quickly looked back down, because I guess like Ricky was really shy. He's actually so adorable. After Ricky was Changjo, and I thought to myself, I have to confess. That's right, I have to confess. And then after I high-fived him, I was like, I love you, Changjo. And because the event happened so fast, because the staff were like just rushing people the entire time, and you're not allowed to give hugs or anything, right? So like I high-fived Changjo, and I confessed to him, and I didn't even finish my sentence yet, but because the line was moving so fast, I already got to Neil, who was last in line, so I was high-fiving Neil, and I was just like looking back, I was just like, Changjo, like just looking at him to see his reaction and what he would say, and he just like smiled and coolly nodded his head, and I was like, that little shit. He did it in a way where it's just like, yeah, I know I'm amazing. I heard it a million times. He was so cool though. Like, Changjo's a few months younger than me, but he acted more like a cool oppa. But yeah, after I high-fived Neil, I had to leave the venue. So that's basically what happened on the day of Teen Top's HiKIT concert in Toronto, Canada on March 30th, 2014. If you guys are curious about anything or have any questions, you can always message me on Tumblr. And I posted a few pictures and videos of the concert in my Instagram, and I'll try to leave a link in the description box if you guys are curious or want to see it. Overall, I think Teen Top completely killed the concert. They actually sang everything live, and they made like no obvious mistakes in their choreography, and they were just amazing. Like, they're actually such a talented group. I really want to thank Teen Top for making my first concert experience extremely memorable and enjoyable. I want to thank Cap for not calling to security when I held his hand in such a creepy way instead of high-fiving during the High Touch event, and apologize to Chunji for neglecting him throughout the entire concert. Good luck in your future promotions, Teen Top. I hope you guys continue to be successful and decide to come back to Toronto in the future. I also want to thank you guys for watching this extremely long and boring video. Take care, bye.